beautiful. Kavoski Brana Shokos. Dispensation. Outside you, there is no order. Outside you, there is no order. I need you. I need you. More than ever, I need you, Jesus. More than ever, I need you, Lord. Bless me now, my Savior. I come to I need you, oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to you. I need you, oh. John chapter number 1 from 8, he said, if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. I've told myself, praying for them and die, give me this, give me that, is a waste of time most of the times. As long as your ways are not straight before the Lord, you are wasting your time. Me, I no longer pray for, I need this. All I'm focusing on, he said, if your ways is pleasant before the Lord, he said, he will make even your enemies to be at peace with you. One thing we fail to understand, that we lack the understanding that our sin is an activator for the devil to have leverage over our life. As long as we remain in the sinful nature. Look at this, when we're talking about the sinful nature, we are not necessarily, most of us are just carried away by the sexual art of sin and all of those stuff. There is a bigger sin that is greater than fornication. There is the sin of the spirit. You can be having grievances for somebody you don't know. But we are just looking at this aspect, we say, you are mad, you are this, you know well, we think these are the saints. No. Can be eating in the same plate together with somebody, but deep down in our hearts, things are not right between us. You can confuse me, but when it comes to the presence of God, he doesn't see this beautiful looking somebody, he sees beyond. The Spirit of God travels far in the speed of the light. He goes through your heart, he searches the deep things. He goes inside. We can't confuse God. We can't even confuse ourselves, but we know deep down within our heart there is something that is not right there. So who am I confusing when I will come and say, Jesus, give me money, give me this? When the Bible said, how can they pray to the God that they do not know? You don't know the man and you are praying to him. He said here, he said, we'll be living in great error. If we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. But he says something, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive. So no matter how dark you think you are in the inside, there is a strategy in the spirit that can wash you as clean as snow. Many people in church today, many pastors in church cannot tell you that what you are doing is bad because you have big pockets. To hell with your big pockets when your life is not right with God. Because at the end of the day, every man of God will be accountable to every single seed that God gave to them. How do you nurture the seed? How were you able to cultivate the seed? To so many, he gave 3, he gave 4, he gave 1. On the last day, the God of the harvest is coming to ask you, how were you able to take care of what I gave to you? How many increase did you make? He said for some of them he gave 3. They make a harvest of 6. But the one that he gave 1, he went and buried his own. When the master came, he said, I know that you always come to reap from where you do not sow. Most of the time, that guy that was giving 1 would have been the greatest among all. So what is happening to you is like a test of faith to see how you react to some certain things. A lot of people have prayed for me, have prayed for some certain condition in my life. I discovered that this has nothing to do with your prayer for my life. It has something to do with my alignment with God. Everybody has a covenant upon their life. If you are unable to activate the covenant between you and the Maker, there is nothing. Your miracle is just depending on one simple instruction: obedience. No matter the prayer, no matter the hands that will be laid on you, you will never be able to manifest it until you align yourself to that which. It is just one thing, one button that will be pressed. It depends on you. Once you are able to press that button, everything about your life will change. But are you willing to search for that thing and locate what God has placed in your life to locate? Back then in Nigeria, I have too many character. I'm funny. I'm very funny. But it got to a stage in my life, I said, this holy pilgrimage, I think I find it more convincing than any other thing. If you see me post some certain things on Facebook, you'll say, how about your comedy aspect? One of my police friend was asking me some time ago, what about the comedy? I said, the comedy aspect has to wait. But if I want to dive into those two, I'll be distracted. He said, what about us that are police? I said, that is you. But this is different. I know that I am insufficient within myself. But for me to be able to carry what I am looking for, I must step into a different realm in the spirit, where the Spirit of God can be able to touch you. And once He sustains the ability to touch you, if He touch you, many times I go to programs, I am the only minister that sing a different song that people don't know. But at the end of the day, can come and they will tell you that I was so blessed by you. Because if I go to a program and get to a stage, I say it's time for harvest. I can't leave the program. I will go for a program and somebody didn't fall. At least there should be a proof. I weigh myself to see how far I've gone in the spirit. We got to a stage in Nigeria and I said, God, give me that and let me see something. It is stage by stage. He got to this place, I said, this is no longer the aspect of falling. Manifestation. I want me to be able to minister and the life of people are transformed. Let me see people wallowing in hunger for you. Submission is a first state of greatness. You must be able to submit. If you are able to leave every other thing, you say, this is me. Every one of us are busy. You are busy. You know where I'm coming from, Ajman. You know, it depends on sacrifices. If I lift up my hands like this in UAE, there are bigger churches that will grab me within a twinkle of an eye. It's not something to be bragging with. But it takes the ability for you to be able to see beyond the little beginning and see into the future. For you to be able to follow. To serve this God is risky. Look at my brother here. Before he came into the country, he asked me something. He said, how is the country? I said, this is how it is. This is the good side, this is the bad side. I won't tell you to jump in. I won't tell you not to come. But it all depends on the spirit that you carry. I was thinking that he won't come. All of a sudden, he called me that the country record. It depends on you for you to be able to. Jesus said, you want to follow, you want to serve me, he said, leave every other thing. He said, come after me. Take up your yoke and follow me. It is risky. It is all you need to do is for you to sustain the ability to depend, because whether you like it or not, you are a sinner, I'm a sinner. It takes the mercy of God to be able to shift us from that dimension. If you see this in this aspect, that naturally, he said our righteousness, what we call our righteousness, is like a filthy rag before the Lord. You should be able to see yourself as an unqualified, that mercy has chosen to qualify for some certain reasons. Imagine Jesus did not die. Just imagine that he didn't come to die. Do you know that in UAE right now, as long as you are black, they don't care whether you are having your emirate or whatever. When they see you outside and the police, they see you well. So why are you smiling like this? Or you are under arrest? It's finished. But there is a dimension of grace that is rested upon the head of the believer. He didn't say no. Touch not my anointed and do my prophetic work. He's only working for those that have sustained the ability to heal themselves before the true room of grace. One of my greatest prayer in life is mercy. One of my greatest prayer in life is mercy. It's not money. Sometimes when I'm praying for prosperity, it's like I'm being foolish. It's just like I want to move into an apartment and the apartment is not properly cleaned up. And I'll just start packing into it. The Bible says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Say every other thing will be added. It will be foolishness for me to be seeking for those things that are in the kingdom instead of me to acquire the full kingdom where I will have access to everything that I am looking for. He says, first, this thing. I see so many people, they say they fall victim. There are a lot of people that are falling victim to date. It's not because they want to fall victim, it's because of lack of alignment. You hear different stories of different people. Me as a young believer, we have temptations. But once you see these things coming, you have to flee from it. Whether you like it or not, sir, you are married. But if you give opportunity to some certain demons, you will be so surprised of how many people that are undressing you with their eye. Your sexual intercourse today is like they will say is holy sex. That is one of the assignments they just want to have in your life, to come and shift you away from the rightful place. If we say we are not a sinner, he said we are deceiving us. I'm trying to tell you that as long as you are here on earth, as long as favor is here on earth, I am a big sinner. But this is the understanding. The difference between every other person on earth is that mercy came for us. Do you think it is a coincidence for you to just walk past a place and that place that you just left, they just said police just came in and raped everybody? Something shifted you out of that place. It moved you. That is why it is very important, if you are not a prayerful person, be around people that pray. At least what they carry can be able to cover you. There's one prayer I pray. I say, Father, please have mercy upon my friends and my well-wishers. This one covers all of them, my friends, because I will not be able to mention everybody that is around me. I have too many friends that I don't even know. Too many friends. Just to acknowledge this, I am limited in myself, but with your grace and mercy. There's one guy, one of my friends, he was telling me that, my friend, you are one of my problem with you is that you are too arrogant, you are too proud. I say, yes, I'm very arrogant to people that feel that they grow. Very arrogant. At the end of the day, you should be able limited. But when you tell me that you are holy, no, when I've been able to see the proof, there is something about a man that commands respect. It is not the pastoral mantle that is upon the life of the man. Let me see you. You know, one of the reasons why I was able to come here is not because you preach well, not because you are not to true anointing. It's not because of the prophecy. I've seen your nature. First of all, look at your disciplinary life. You said something some time ago. I pray I'm able to remember the quote. You said the office and the something. I can't remember how you quoted this.
I said the office of the prophet.
Yes.
The pride of the office is faster.
The pride of the office, he kills faster than the office itself. The next thing they don't call you by pastor this. That pastor will not take over you. I have a lot of testimony on my phone every minute, every second. Especially after my administration like this, you see people want to start saying that. I will tell them wholeheartedly, you see this is how you people do it. Just because you see somebody before you started coming to come in that different. At the end of the day now, I'll tell you to kneel down, let me cast something on your head. You say I'm in pride because you let me into that. Everybody that carries the anointing is spiritually mature enough to be able to host what God gave to them. This is why we should continue saying, Father, show me mercy and help me. Not for any other thing, for the sake of your tomorrow. Not because you should be able to go home now, not because of you. For the sake of those people that are inside you, your born children. Father, show me. If most of our parents were wise enough, they would have been praying the prayer of mercy a long time ago. I pray for my wife like any other thing. I'm not married. I pray for her. It's a revelation. Everything about your life should be depending on the revelation you have. You can't live on earth without knowledge. Knowledge tells you the next step to take. Before you can be able to do this, you must acknowledge I am limited in myself. It tells the man that God has placed something upon their life to be able to skip every single challenge on their way. Not because they are more righteous, it's because of the level of their humility. David was a heavy sinner, but broken in spirit. David. He knew that there is no strength. If I tell you now that Minister Favour, I'm perfect than you, leave this church. Just run. Run. It's not a lie. This is one of the very major things that made me to stay here. Before I was in some second church. That reached there, I just mentioned Minister Favour, they will know. Even my way of administration got to a stage that if I sing, people started singing like me. People started causing issue. I was unable to minister freely in my own church. I was staying in my house. I was staying in my house following online service. I was staying in my house because I didn't know where to go. So that they will not say I'm moving from church to church. I just had to stay there. So I told myself it's better for me to build with people that understand me than for me to stay in a place where these people are feeling that I am like a rival to them. And I respect them. People that have sacrificed my salary for. And I start my ministry and feel that I want to teach you. Who am I? Who know me in a way that which anointing do I have to start gathering members? My spiritual father told me in Nigeria, he said, leave the church team. Don't be thinking of opening church. Build your spiritual life. This is why I can confidently tell you. Anytime I hold this microphone to Lord do this my chant, he did this chant, I can tell you will stand here and God will not catch me. No. Meaning all the prayer that I've been praying. I was working in the restaurant as a chef that I did 7 days drive for fasting. 7 days drive fasting. All the burger and the potato that I was making, they always drink my nose. I was still able to sacrifice. Lift up your hands to heaven and just say, Jesus help me. Help me. If not for any other thing, we need to sustain the abilities to serve.